Hello, fellow learners of mathematics. Here's your coach, Mr. Magno. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. We are module for lesson 33. Now, this is a pretty interesting story because here we have to create something. So we have to create a story context for the following expressions. So this is our expression. And let's just go over a couple of things. This is a difference, and this is going to be the division. So if we begin to tell a story, let me model for you how to tell the story. Let me just write a letter first, and I'm going to move it to this side. And I'm going to change the color. I like the color for this to be different. Okay. Now, let's write a story. I'm going to work with what we have here. Let's write this down. A baker has 5 pounds, 5 1/4 pounds of flour. He bakes a cake. He bakes a cake and uses 2 1/8 pound of flour. The remainder, so now I'm right here. So this is taking note, subtracting 2 1/8 from this number, then there's going to be a remainder. The remainder is stored in 4 containers. What is the amount of flour stored in each container? Let me see if my problem is correct. A baker has 5 1/4 pounds of flour. He bakes a cake and uses 2 1/8 pound. Oh, let me write this down. Pounds of flour. The remainder is stored in 4 containers. What is the amount of flour stored in this container? All right, that is our problem. Now all we have to do is solve it, which should be simpler, right? So now we're going to solve this. It's going to be step number 1. Let's see, we have the subtraction, which is 2 1/8 divided by 4. Okay, we're going to do the parentheses like I've been mentioning to you all this time. Always subtract the parentheses first. So you take away 2 from 5 equals 3. Now we're going to subtract 1 from 1/4. We're going to subtract 1/8. And as you can see, there is a discrepancy. The denominators are not the same. For the same reason, we are going to now, we can multiply opposite denominators, but I think the best bet for us to do is make this denominator at an 8. And so we multiply the denominator by 2 and the numerator by 2. So now we can rewrite this. So it's going to be 3. That's the remainder. And we're going to write now 1 times 2 equals 2. And 4 times 2 equals 8 minus 1/8. And that's the simplicity and the beauty of fractions when we have common fractions. Do you see this right here? So now that total is going to be 3, and 2 minus 1 equals 1, and the denominator is the same. So your answer is 3 and 1/8 left. Now we have divided by 4. So this has to be divided by 4 in 4 parts. And our best scenario here will be to convert this into a improper fraction. So 8 times 3, that will be 24. And then we're gonna add that 24. We're gonna add this an addition symbol to 1. So now we're gonna write that down. It's gonna be 24 plus 1 equals 25. 25 what? Well, these are eighths, so 25 eighths divided by 4/1. Because remember that all whole numbers have the decimal below. Now we're going to move the page and continue with our solution. I'm going to use a different color this time. I'm going to use this color. So I'm just going to put a line right here so you know where we are. So we have to do this. Now remember, I'm going to use the strategy that I taught you before. So to get the numerator, we're going to multiply 25 times 1, and the answer should be on that denominator, which will be, that will be 25. Now we multiply 8 times 4 equals 32, and that's going to be the denominator. Let me see, 30, that's 32. Now that's our solution. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and it's not an improper fraction, and 32 can be divided by half, but not 25. 25 can be divided by 5, but not 32. Can then be divided by 3? No. I believe that's the answer. That's your answer. That's the answer for our this division. So there will be 24. Let me change this. There will be 25 32s in each container. Okay, my friends, watch the video again. Reason with it. Be logical about it and create a new story. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Magnum, is wishing you the best always. Thank you.